Good morning, everybody, and you're all very welcome along to Lucan Pitch and Putt Club for the concluding day's play in the European Pitch and Putt Championships. I'm Mark Johan, and joining me in the commentary booth is J.R. Krangle.
How you doing, Mark? It's great to be here. We're looking forward to a great day's pitch and putt. Unfortunately, the weather's turned on us a little bit. We've a little bit of rain here, and has been all morning. So it's going to be a tricky little day for all the players out there.
Yeah, we had some spots of rain Friday and yesterday, but this is a different animal now. It's completely sodden out there, so it's a completely different test this morning for the lads going out. And just to give everyone an update on the state of play, Ireland won their opening group match yesterday, then against Catalonia. Then Catalonia beat Great Britain, so Great Britain need to beat Ireland this morning to force themselves into the reckoning. But it's going to be tough for them. Like the Irish lads will be ready to go. Like,
yeah, you look Ireland at home in Ireland with 6 players. You're nearly expecting them to win everything, you know. But they were pushed yesterday by Catalonia. 2 of the matches going to the last as well. Like, so very easily could have been 6-3, and probably the Great Britain lads were probably looking for a better performance against Catalonia. Catalonia really, as the tournament grew on, I think they got better and better. And you know, yesterday against Great Britain, they were very good, you know, and to dish out an 8-1 win as well, it's sort of has probably taken the gloss off a little today. But look, Ireland still have a job to do and go out and win their matches.
Absolutely, and I was watching, as we were watching Ireland playing Catalonia yesterday, the British lads were delighted. You know, they were hoping Ireland would be a blowout for Ireland, but the more Catalonia got into it, I think you could see the British lads now they're getting better and better, and they knew it was going to be tough, and so it proved. They were extremely good yesterday evening, especially in the singles. And yeah, so look, the Irish lads must go out this morning in the foursomes. They need 2 points. They win their match and get the 2 points in the European champions. So you have the running order there, JR, this morning, have you?
Yeah, we have Eamon Gibney and Stephen O'Reilly will be playing John Deeble and Joe Deeble, starting from the first. On the third hole then we have Kieran Earls and Damien Fleming, which will be playing Liam Malone and Jordan Deeble. And then the final match on the hole number 4 is John Walsh and Stephen Shore against Jamie Deeble and Phil Martin.
That's the same pairings as yesterday versus Catalonia. I suppose if you win those matches 3-0, you're not going to change anyway.
Absolutely. Look, it's a format that's worked well for Ireland in the past, and it's a format that probably suits Ireland more than other teams, to be quite honest, because we're so used to playing formats like that over here.
Yeah, and on Thursday evening here in the clubhouse at the official ceremony, people were saying who'll be playing foursomes, and everyone kind of picked Kieran and Damien to play together, but then they were saying will he keep the 2 Tipperary lads together, and you know, with John and you know, but Paddy Kelly, the non-playing captain, mixed it up a bit, and it worked really well.
Absolutely, like, you know, Damien and Kieran, they just bounce off each other very well. Like, you could see even Kieran yesterday in the singles match, Damien was with him, and they had a good old roar when Kieran got his putt in the first. They really gel well together, and obviously last year in the World Cup as well, you know, they played together. Yeah, they're very close, and they're good buddies, and they get on well. When you're comfortable with that with someone, it makes life easy. When you're playing, you've played at this top level, playing World Cups and European Championships for Ireland, JR. It's easy when you're comfortable with the person. It makes it life playing the foursomes. 100%, you know, and I think that's, as I said, it's probably an advantage Ireland have. You know, we're comfortable playing with each other. Like, we've 6 very good players there. We always seem to have 6 players in form, playing well, and you know what? It takes half the pressure off. Like, you know, if you just keep on hitting greens and foursomes, it's such a big difference. You know, you're not struggling all the way around.
Foursomes is a tough format. When it's going against you, it's tough.
Absolutely.
So here we are, live pictures now from the first tee box, and that's Eamon Gibney. Eamon is taking the odds, and that means Stephen will have the even holes. So a bit gloomy looking down there at that at the first hole. Short 32 metre pitch. You've played this a lot in competition. How tough is a short hole like this starting off, JR?
A short pitch to
it can be, you know,
which is guarded in both the front and back by bunkers. However, neither bunker really comes into play unless you hit a poor pitch.
At the front, it used to go all the way up there, the bunker did. But you know, it's not too bad a pitch. If you just land on that front area, probably 3 or 4 feet, you feed down the hole there.
Yeah, around with 4 or 5 holes to play, but they're well into their round. Then, you know, anyone that started there in the earlier rounds, they found it very tough. They couldn't handle the short pitch, particularly the guys. So we'll be waiting. They're just all heading to the holes there now. It's a shotgun start, so that's John Deeble there. John, who shot him a brilliant 44, 10 under par on Friday on the singles.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant score, John. He's a super player. The whistle's just gone there for all the teams to start playing. So, as we know, it's a shotgun start here. So there's also another couple of matches going on. We have France versus Holland, Netherlands, sorry, and Galicia and Andorra also in the gents. So they're dotted around the course, basically all along the front line.
Of course, they're all playing to win their different flight. So there was a flight 1 to 3, 4 to 6, and 7 to 9. They all want to win their matches and win their little groups.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and here we go now. Eamon Gibney to the first, 32 metres. Just looking for a nice little start here. Yeah, it's a nice little pitch. You know,
pin high, about 3.5 feet.
I mean, perfect. That's just exactly what you want. You know, we were going to bed there last night, probably thinking, just don't make any mistakes early on, and you know, we'll see if John can replicate his 44 here now with some of his pitching.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on John now to play well and pull his partner around with him.
Yeah, it's a solid pitch as well.
It's a good pitch.
John's actually playing with his son Joe today, so we had the British Open in 2016 in Dagenham. That's where the boys are all from. John won it that weekend, and he was very close actually in the World Championships in 2013 in Galicia. He finished third that year. He's a very good player, and that 44, a lot of people were surprised by it, but if you see John, he's a very good Irish style, which obviously will suit around here, and he would have played here a lot over the years.
Yeah, and I think even last year they were over for the short grass.
Yeah,
and
they come over regularly. Yeah, they come over regular. They're usually here for the short grass, and then the August bank holiday weekend they used to make a little trip over and play the 3 scratch cups. I think it's Kilmichael, Bruff and Mellows then over that weekend.
That's
you know,
correct,
so
yeah. But I believe John and maybe just one or two of them that came here for an 18-hole practice round. Even then, like they were preparing for this championship.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and look, it's we're not too far away. It's probably cheaper to get over here now than it is anywhere else, to be honest with you.
Look, they're a great bunch of lads. Actually, we've met them a lot now over the years at various championships and stuff, and they're a good bunch of lads. And I suppose we tend to gravitate towards each other, you know, when we're on the continent, don't we?
Yeah. Now, Joe, just put with the rain, it's probably a little bit straighter, but it's just probably inside right. Yeah, it's a good putt. Very good putt.
That's a great. He'll be delighted with that. A solid start, won't he? I mean, that'll put him in good stead pitching the second one when it's his pitch.
Yeah, it's probably made Stevens put a little bit straighter anyway.
Oh yeah, get. That's the old match play, isn't it, Adam? Get in first.
That's it, exactly.
Make the hole smaller. Have to say the greens are magnificent here.
Yeah, Stephen Murray's done a fantastic job. He's a great worker, you know. He's a professional out of Palmerstown House Golf Club there, so he really knows his stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can see from the Intercounty a few years ago, they've got better and better even after Stephen taking over. They've been brilliant. Everyone has raved about them.
Yeah, it's a good putt from Stephen.
Halved and twos in the first hole, not so bad.
You know, if we get that standard for the rest of the day, we'll be flying.
Well, yesterday,
the green is well
Stephen
protected by 2 bunkers and a large bank at
the
the front, while a smaller bunker sits in wait for anything long and right. The ability to stop the ball quickly is a great asset at this hole.
You know, Stephen on the second, and just a group in front there, so
just drying the clubs. That's going to be the hardest thing now today, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Keeping our towels dry and keeping the club face, you know, get a bit of rain on that club face, it squirts the ball up into the air and you end up short. So this second hole now is a tricky pitch. You just want to be on far enough, probably 3 or 4 feet onto the green to keep it on. If you do land that little bit short, it kicks on through.
Yeah, and that's been the predominant shot that we've had the last 2 days, just kicking through. There's some great pitching in there yesterday evening. Stephen had a great pitch in there in his singles match yesterday evening.
Yeah, that's perfect. You know, that's just exactly where you want.
You couldn't ask for better. Like, Stephen will be delighted with that, because you know Stephen was very disappointed yesterday evening losing his singles match to Luis Cucurell, but it was an incredible game.
Yeah, it was a brilliant game, you know, and you know, I think we had the same sort of thing when we were away in when we won this in 2018 over in the Basque Country there, and just outside Bilbao. Joe just coming in here now. Yeah, that's another solid pitch as well.
That's a fabulous pitch.
You know, no one wants to be the one that loses a match, you know, especially when you've been so dominant, you know. But look, Stephen, he's well able to bounce back.
Yeah, he'll be delighted out now. He made that solid putt in the first, a great first tee shot. He'll forget about that now. He's just in the middle of his game now, isn't he?
Yeah. Actually, look there, the roll, the greens here is just fantastic. Just beautiful, you know.
No, they're absolutely incredible. Everyone has been impressed.
Absolutely.
And everyone was very impressed with the pace of them. That they weren't super quick, but they were nice, and that they were able to putt.
You know, I think there's a myth in the game that everyone wants lightning past greens. You know, you just want a good solid green, and
a true green.
A true green, exactly. You know, and it doesn't have to be lightning fast. Just as long as you hit that foot where it's going and it stays there, that's exactly what you want.
And there's a lot to be said that if some greens are slower than others on different courses, that's part of the skill of the game. You have to adjust.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's probably 90, 100 courses in Ireland that are registered, and I'd say not one, not two courses are the exact same. You know what I mean? So, like, as regards their greens, everywhere is different. You know. Yeah,
you're just looking for them to be true and running good and running even, and you know, that's all you want. It's great. So John, now this is tough. Like,
yeah, there's a little left to right on this. John just has to be solid with his putt. You know, I think with that bit of rain as well, you just have to force that putt through. Yeah, that's very good. You know, that's
no hesitation in that stroke.
Absolutely,
was there?
You know, no, it was a brilliant putt. Then we come to one of Ireland's best putters around, Eamon Gibney. He's unbelievable when he's going. So I hope I'm not putting the mockers on him here now, but
I did that a few times yesterday. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay.
No,
Eamon yesterday, it was very funny. Eamon playing early yesterday morning. He didn't seem to be making anything. Next thing, he doesn't miss a putt for 10 holes.
That's it. That's Eamon all over. And I nearly put the mockers on him, but he snuck it. He snuck it in there on the.
I think the fact that one was slightly downhill, it just held on for him.
Exactly.
Bunker to the left of the green, but it rarely comes into play. The third hole offers the player a good chance to make birdie. From the tee, it's a straightforward pitch to a green, which is usually very receptive. There is a bunker to the left of the green, but it rarely comes into play.
Yeah, we're back here. We're just waiting for Damien Fleming to take his putt there on the fourth. We can just tell you that John Walsh and Stephen Shore have just gone one up.
We will be getting to those matches in due course.
Damien knocks in another putt. As you said, Damien and Kieran together, they're formidable force, them two. They're just so solid between the two players. You know, there's no chinks in the armour.
There's some talk that they may be thinking about going to the international pairs as a group, as a team.
I hope you don't, because I'm going over this year.
Maybe not this year. I think they're trying to plan, but
we're sure we're only poor old Leinster players. You know?
No, we won't have any of that now.
I know. Although I will be playing with the Leinster champion, I'll tell you that.
You're playing with Stephen Murray, you are?
No. Mr. Keith Redmond.
Oh, the other way. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant the other Leinster champion. Keith had a fabulous win. Great to see him back playing at the top level.
Performance last week. Brilliant performance.
I'm delighted for Keith.
Yeah, Eamon. This tree on the right hand side has just grown in a bit over the last couple of years. But Eamon just on the right side, just skipped on through. Now, if the Great British lads can keep their form going here, they have a chance.
It seems to have settled down a bit too there at the back of that green, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a tricky little area out the back there because you're coming down. It's a green that doesn't look much until you get to it, and it comes from the back to the front very, very quickly. Yeah, that's why you see a lot of lads landing short and skipping up.
And that tree on the right, that never dawned on me that tree would be in play, but it was over the weekend.
Yeah,
it was.
no,
Lots of people got
it's
caught.
the
in it.
last 2 or 3 years. It's really come into play. Just a little bit of spin there on John's ball there. You can see that's just grabbing into that little bit of wet ground there now.
Yeah, and particularly yesterday evening, you said about players skipping the ball up there. Luis Cucurell skipped one up from about 10 yards out.
Yeah.
Now, I think he was a bit tongue-in-cheek too when I saw him on the tee box. I don't think he meant to do it, but it was effective.
Absolutely. There's a little mound of it, probably about 4 or 5 feet short of
Just
the.
see it
of
there.
you
Just
can
about there
see,
now.
Yeah, just as the lads are walking to it there. You know, if you can catch that, you just over it, you're grand. If you're just short of it, you're okay. But if you catch it, it can really kick out to where Stephen is there now. But this isn't an easy chip.
No, this will have to be. Yeah, this will have to be careful now. You know, get the pace right.
Yeah. Looking at it, I don't know if Stephen might put it. Will he? No, he's going to chip it. But you just want to get this onto the green as quick as you can and get it rolling like a putt.
Stephen chipped exceptionally well yesterday morning in the foursomes as well when he had to. Everything was kind of stone dead. Didn't chip as well in the singles, but you know, that can happen. You know, you're up and down, and
Absolutely, yeah. Just nestle down a little bit, you know.
yeah. Just asking the flag to be straightened. Aim has come in. There we go. It's going to pop back anyway, but not sure he's happy about that flag, is he, JR?
No, I was just seeing when it went back in, it sort of
No, I
just
think
drifted to the left
Yeah,
a little bit.
he's taking it out.
Yeah,
Taking it out. If there's any doubt in your mind, you're as well off
absolutely.
getting rid
Yeah,
of it.
take it out.
That rain
know.
is heavy now. You can see that. That's miserable out there for him.
It just hasn't got the pace, has it? No,
Yeah,
it's
just short of weight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I would say that'll be conceded.
Yeah,
and it is.
It is.
So that's the job done. The last thing you want to do is to run it past and give the hole away.
Absolutely, you know, and that's the thing. You know, it's probably the difference between a senior and an intern and a junior is not giving holes away, and you know, the difference from 4s to 3s to 3s to 2s. You know, it's, you know, when you look at scorecards and you see scores throughout the competitions through the year, it's the amount of drop shots that actually make the difference. I just broke left to right on him.
Yeah, but no damage done.
No,
One
no.
hard.
They
Still all square.
played very well so far.
The fourth hole is the first of a 3-hole stretch that is likely to make or break your round. A large bank bunker guards a large but unreceptive green. The green itself slopes away from a player before finally leveling out, meaning any shot that barely clears the bunker is likely to kick through the green.
Now we come to this fourth. It's a tricky shot, this one. Look, it's 42 metres, but it's straight into that. You can see the driving rain coming down there now.
And the green running away from you over a big mound of a bunker in front.
Stephen just looks like he pulled it a little bit, but you know, you take a putt in this green just on the fringe any day of the week.
I think that's very good there in these conditions.
Yeah, 100%. We've seen Stephen Shore yesterday finishing his match from there.
Yeah.
So it's
that was an incredible putt.
yeah, absolutely. You know, Stephen's a very solid player. You know, he's been playing brilliant the last few years, and probably making his debut here. The two Stephens, to be honest, they probably deserved it over the last couple of years.
I met on Thursday evening at the opening ceremony. I met Stephen Shore. I think there wasn't a prouder man in Ireland pulling on a green shirt. He's wanted it for so long, and he's ready to make the breakthrough to the next level. I think, isn't he?
Absolutely.
I think I think there is national titles in his future. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're just seeing Joe there. He's just caught that mound. We were just talking about that mound in front of the fort. Just catch that mound. A lot of lads are catching it this weekend. That bunker there at the front used to be a lot bigger, but people seem to be catching that mound still. The fourth hole is one you really have to commit to.
I remember playing here a good few years ago, and that bunker was way up into the face.
Absolutely, yeah. It used to be a very big bunker, and they've sort of shaped it and cut off the front of it a little bit, but that mound's still causing trouble, and especially this pin. You know, it's sort of the middle of the green there, but John's going to have a very tricky chip coming across there, because he's going to have to throw it up onto the green, or is he going to try and bounce it onto
he's kind of behind the mound and he's coming across the spine of it there as it runs onto the green.
Yeah,
It's going to be tricky, isn't it?
It's going to just kick as soon as it lands, unless he plays a little bit of a flop. You just see that's the danger, you know.
Tried to play a bit of flop, but didn't throw it up enough.
Yeah, you know, he probably finished where he wanted to land it, you know.
And that's what we were talking about Stephen's chip earlier, giving a hole away. Like that's a not sure they've lost their turn here, JR, actually.
No, doesn't look like it. We can just tell you that John and Stephen were 2 up. Now it's gone back to 1 up. John Walsh and Stephen Shore. Jamie Deeble and Phil Martin have got a hole back there. Yeah. And the other match is all square at the moment.
2 good players actually, Jamie and Phil.
Yeah, Jamie's played here before. He played in Clonee in the World Cup in 2012 with the father Stephen, and I'm sure he's at home on Dagenham watching with all the family.
Did you play? You were on that Irish team that won that in Clonee. Did you play Great Britain that weekend?
I don't think so, actually.
No, I don't think so. No, I think they were on the other side of the draw.
Yeah, they were. They were on the other side of the draw. I think it was Ron Cope and Stephen and Jamie. Yeah. I think John was occupied that weekend, so that was a great weekend in Clonee. And that's the thing with Ireland, you know, you make great memories here when you're playing for things like this, you know.
Absolutely.
Now this for a half here now, just outside right. He's put it well. Just jumped on him straight out the gate.
Yeah. They've conceded that hole, so
we're going to go 1 up here now.
1 up. Yeah, it just a slack tee shot, and then the chip from John probably
another
just wasn't
really tough pitch to a small green, which slopes from front to back. The green is protected by a large, unforgiving mound. Anything left short of this hole leaves the player with a chip, which can be unstoppable under certain conditions.
Tee box here, Eamon Gibney. 50 metres, and this is a tough hole.
It is, and you know what, I was talking to Eamon just before they started, and he said the 6th hole is a horrible pitch, but I said to him, I don't like the 5th one, and he said, that's a grand pitch, he says, so I'm expecting a good shot here, and he's delivered.
It's just us, so JR, isn't it?
That's it, you know.
That's pin high. That's about 4.5, 5 feet to the right. That's perfect.
Yeah, no, it's a brilliant pitch.
That hole has caused carnage for players over the weekend, so it is tricky.
Yeah.
Here's John again, very much the Irish style, dropping the knee, and look at that.
It's a
brilliant
perfect
pitch.
shot.
Brilliant pitch. Look, John Deeble. John has been around a long time. He's played in this championship. I think this is his 6th championship, maybe his 7th. He's been incredible.
Yeah, well, John, look, he's well experienced, and you know what, the course in Dagenham is very similar to an Irish style. I think you find with a lot of the Netherlands players, the Catalan players, they're very mechanical, and there's in Ireland we all seem to have a certain style. Not 2 players are the same, we all have this little whip, and it's a different game. I think playing off them grass mats and using actual tees and all that, I think it's a huge difference in pitch and putt.
Yeah, and I think your order mechanical is good, because they're all coached very similarly, and they all look the same the way they hit the ball. They hit a flatter ball.
Exactly, yeah. Like a lot of them like to land it short and skip up, and that's the difference in the courses here in Ireland. They're smaller pitches, they're smaller greens.
Absolutely.
Some of them, I've seen a few comments from the international players about the greens being so small. They were calling them the postage stamps and whatnot. So
yeah. But and look, and you'll have that, but these championships, they love coming to Ireland to play in these championships. Like they consider we are the home of pitch and putt, and they love coming back here to play these championships.
Yeah, they love it. Anytime you get a chance to come over to Ireland and play, there's so much variety, and we're only a couple of hours away from everything, really. Like,
absolutely, it's very good, very good.
This is Stephen to keep Ireland on the home front here now, and they've started so well here now. Just a little left to right. He just came out of it a little bit.
Yeah,
so chance for Great Britain now to even this match up.
Yeah. Great. I suppose Great Britain are approaching these 3 games. They know that they need to win the match. So they need 5. They need 5 points to win the match and force themselves in. They know that, like, I suppose even at that, Ireland, if they get 4 points, even if they lose the match and get 4 points, they'll end up winning the European Championships.
Yeah.
But Great Britain are playing for their own pride now, aren't they?
100%. And look, they're trying to catch Catalonia as well. They want to get second. At worst.
Yeah, I said that to John Deeble on Friday evening when they beat Holland, and I said, you're in the super group now. You know what I mean? You're guaranteed a bronze.
A longish pitch to a notoriously difficult green, which slopes dramatically from back to front. A small mound sits about 10 feet before the green. The safest option from the tee is to try pitch towards the front center of the green, as anything hit left, right, or big can be in serious trouble.
So yeah, we come to this tricky 6th hole, as Eamon said this morning, but
this.
Just having a look at the 16th there now, and just in behind the green here. Joe taking a pitch now. This is a very tricky pitch. It's probably one of the toughest. Yeah, it's just a bit short. It's a very deceiving shot because that little mound in front of the green, there's probably 5 or 6 yards in behind.
That's well back.
Yeah, it is. That's a good 5 yard short.
And I always feel that people are fascinated with sand bunkers and big mounds.
Yeah.
Small tricky mounds
Absolutely.
set nicely back from a green, will cause problems.
Well, like, you can see it here from the difference. You can't actually see that mound just on the front of the green.
Yeah.
And there's 5 yards in between that and the front of the green, and then over the back there's a big drop. So
looks like he pushed it to the right a bit, but he's on the green. He's on the green.
No, that's what Ireland have to do. Just keep on hitting greens. They just wear them down as best they can. Like, Great Britain aren't making any mistakes, but they have to make them for Ireland to sort of kick on,
What you can't see there now on the screen is John will be chipping that, but there's a valley between him now and the green, so he's going to have to and he's on a downslope. It's going to be tough for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give you a couple of updates on the course. Kieran and Damien are still out square, and John and Stephen are still 1 up.
2 up after 4 here, I'm just seeing now. Is that correct?
John and Stephen, they're 2 up after 4 there.
Excellent.
Now,
so good solid start.
Good solid start, yeah.
They actually gelled very well yesterday too, in fairness. John and Stephen, they complemented each other nicely.
Yeah, look, 2 very, very solid players, 2 players in good form as well. John with his, I don't know how many Munster championships he's won now at this stage.
8. He says he was very proudly told me he has the record on his own now.
Yeah.
So John is mercurial, to say the least.
Yeah, and it's hard to do it on your own course. He's probably going in there as favourite all weekend, and just the pressure alone.
And he didn't have the best of starts, and then he just had a run of. He had 2 massive chip-ins on 7 and 8, and then he got 9 and 10, and he's off and running. And they're playing for second after that.
Yeah, once John gets going, it's
was
like
very
stopping
good
a
here
train.
Yesterday evening. He didn't know who he was playing on the Catalan team. He's pulled out in against Manuela Moore, the world stroke. See the smile come across John's face. He loves the challenge.
Fierce competitor.
Yeah.
Fierce. Now this is for Great Britain to keep tabs on the Irish team, and this is probably just save a half.
This is actually that was actually for a 3, not for a birdie, I think.
Yeah.
I think John chipped to there, so
that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Eamon just legging up here now.
They have 2 putts for this.
Yeah.
Now. 2 putts.
Just solid putt. Look, they're having a little bit of. I think John's just making him putt just for the sake of it.
And look, John will be very much into the match play too, and
absolutely
he'll be in the Irish mindset. Give them one and make them. It's tricky out there. It's raining, and
exactly. You just don't want to be doing anything silly, just aim him out. Oh, he's at the lipping out, and is that the rolling? Nah, he's just. Is he gonna make him put it?
I think he will make him put it.
Yeah. He didn't.
No.
I think he had a little look and had a little laugh about it, but.
It was kind of good 18 inches past actually when you look at where it was. I think I'd have made him put it.
Yeah, the rain's continuing to come down here in Lucan. It's a pity now. It's probably just taking away a little bit of the gloss of the weekend. But you can see a couple of players playing around there now in the back nine. The Lucan courses look fantastic.
John and Stephen are now gone 3 up. Excellent.
We're going to be moving over now onto the 9th hole. We're going to see Kieran Earls and Damien Fleming. We're going to move from this match, and the coverage will be coming up very shortly. I can just tell you that John and Stephen are 3 up.
Yeah, they seem to be absolutely, they're flying. They've just taken a step forward. And
The water behind this hole often frightens players lacking confidence, but this hole is one that should really be attacked. The large downward slope between the boundary wall and the green means players have plenty of room for error.
Yeah, so we're coming now, and I think it's going to be Kieran down the 9th.
Just looking at the flag. The flag is starting to move a bit more than there's a bit of breeze coming in, JR. I mean.
Yeah, well, that won't be too bad. Get rid of that rain.
Yeah.
Hopefully we move them clouds over. Obviously we will.
Yeah, just looking at the latest radar, it could be around 10:30, 11 o'clock before we get a break in the weather, which would be unfortunate. But
we just have a small match on today as well, Croke Park, so we won't be too far away from that. So.
Well, yeah, you know. Tickets are at a premium.
Yeah, tickets are at a premium, but we see Stephen Shore and John Walsh talking there now. They might be talking in a few hours' time.
I'm sure they will. I won't be. I mightn't be talking to one of them, but I was lucky enough. I did get a ticket, but unfortunately, coming up this weekend, I needed 3 because I wasn't on my own, so gave it to someone more deserving.
And they're like gold dust out there, I think, at the moment. Kieran Earls and Damien Fleming, they're playing Liam Malone and Jordan Beeble, and we'll be coming to that match now in a second. There we go, here's Jordan there now on the tee box.
Yeah, still looks good. I think Kieran and Damien were one up, so obviously Jordan and Liam Malone have pulled one back.
Yeah, you can just see that the rain's just still coming down, and just makes this hole a little bit longer. I've seen a few people sitting on them little grass verges there yesterday. I tell you, they were putting their lives in their hands yesterday, in the players. But Jordan hitting down, so just gonna be short. Short and left there. Yeah.
It's not the easiest chip up from there. There's more of a rise up than you think.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably about a foot of a rise, to be honest with you. So Damien's going in there now in the 9th.
Not a hole that's been the kindest to him over the weekend. Tended to come up a bit short on it, and I know he was hoping to get it right. And there he
short
has.
This time.
No, he's absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, that's spectacular.
He was talking about it yesterday all day. Can't nail that 9th, can't get it right, and then when he has to, he knows we're watching.
He's smiling. He's happy we got that on camera anyway.
Yeah. He left one short yesterday, and as he passed me, he said, Kieran nailed that. And Kieran nails the putt, and he gives me the finger point back up as if to say, I told you. Great character, Damien.
You know, just at the back there, you have that slope at the back, and then you have the wall, and I've seen plenty of shots going over that wall over the years into the little river in the behind. You can just see a couple of matches there, the Dutch and the French just in front there. Yeah, they're playing the 12th, and we're just going to go across a little bit there now, and Rob Hunt and Mish Efren.
Yeah, Rolf was very disappointed with the performance against Great Britain. I was talking to him, wasn't happy. He just felt they didn't get started, get going. So normally the Dutch are strong and they're up there.
Yeah.
They seem to be in a bit of a hiatus at the moment.
Absolutely. Here's Liam Malone here now. Just trying to get it through that little bit. As we said, it's just up that little bit.
But that's not bad. He's left it below the hole.
As we said, we just want to make the lads get their putts, keep getting birdies. Just left a little bit of work there. You can see the lads having a laugh and a joke between themselves. You know, as we said, the Irish and the Great British here in the pitch and putt terms are great friends. You know, we get on great with them.
Absolutely. Fierce competitors on the course, but good people to socialise with as when we come off. Great people.
Absolutely.
We've had so many good nights.
Yeah, Jordan. Now this is a fairly straight putt. He just has to be nice and firm with it. Jordan, we've actually two father and son duos on the Great Britain team. Yeah. Jordan is Jamie's son. That's a good putt.
Oh, it's a great save.
As we said, we just have to make Kieran make his putt. You know,
absolutely.
He can't be given holes here. That great pitch by Damien now. Can Kieran take advantage? Just inside right, nice and firm. Yeah, solid. You know,
one up
lead. Yeah.
And apart from
a tree line pitch awaits players on the opening hole of the back nine, which makes accuracy paramount off the tee. Like the ninth, there's a wall and out of bounds only a few feet behind the green, while anything short of the green leaves a very tough chip.
We're just going to move to the 10th hole. Now, this 10th hole is a tricky shot. Just have trees on the right hand side there. Just come in, just as you're looking, you can just see the tree on the right hand side. Luckily where the pin is, it's not in play, but it certainly catches your eye. The tee box is big enough that you can sort of go into the middle of the tee box and you're away from it. As you can see, the rain is really starting to come down again.
And you can say it wasn't. It shouldn't be in play, but I'm telling you now, the first 2 days it has been in play.
Yeah, no, 100%. You know, this pin, it all depends on where the pin. You can see where Kieran's actually teeing the ball up. Normally you tee it on the right hand side. You see him on 90% of holes. Yeah, he's right in the middle here. Yeah,
just giving himself as much a gap away from that tree as he possibly can.
Absolutely, and the green falls from right to left. You don't want to be long here now because it's a tricky pin. This is. That's actually not a bad spot. It's going to drift down onto just off the edge.
I don't think Kieran will be happy.
He
with
won't
that
be
one.
happy. And look, Kieran's standards are probably a little bit higher than everyone else's, but he won't be happy. But it's Damien straightforward uphill putt.
Yeah, you can just see if you just look at the tee box. The rain is pelting off that tee box.
Yeah, it's starting to really come down again. Yeah. Well, hopefully now as the day goes on, it just drifts off on us.
Malone now making his debut. European Team Championships.
And Liam was the top international player at the Irish Open last year in Royston.
Yeah. So give it a spin. No.
It's not too bad either though.
I did see a lot of particularly the Catalans and the Andorrans, the Galicians. They were bringing it back off that bank at the back of both the 9th and the 10th the last 2 days.
Well, that's the thing with them, with their style, the mechanical sort of style. They hit into the mat basically, and they generate so much spin, you know.
David again, pure show.
Super pitch to the 9th hole.
Okay, so this gives us a Kieran's ball just finished kind of up against the fringe there now. It'll just have to be Damien is putting anyway. It's
it's going to be a break right to left here. It just falls down. You just seen as the ball came back, it came down. Big right to left on it. We're just letting the lads in front just take their tee shots there.
Yeah, that tee shot is quite close to the green there.
Yeah.
Well off, let them go.
It's Jamie Deeble and Phil Martin there up against Stephen Shore and John Mulch.
Phil Martin's a great character.
Absolutely. You know, there's plenty of great characters in pitch and putt.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's definitely one of them. There's that big slope we were saying just at the front, and that's not going to be conceded either, I don't think.
I don't think so. That's further away than we think from. That's probably about 3 feet on this side as we look.
Where Great Britain are coming from, they're coming across. It's going to be a big left to right foot here now, especially at the hole.
Pace will be key here.
Absolutely. You know, you feel like you can give the putts an extra little bit here with a bit of rain. You know, they're just having an old talk together, Liam and Jordan.
Just picking their line.
Yeah. You can just see there's a little mark on the green there. I'd say he's probably just aiming for the outside of that, hoping to bring it in. He just missed it on the low side, but it was a good putt. Great effort.
He went for it, he didn't.
Yeah.
So Kieran will have a bit of a putt here now, but it should be straightforward for Kieran.
I certainly hope so. Not to be impartial. But to stay one up anyway.
Yeah, I don't think we'll make any apologies about our impartiality, JR.
No.
We be a sport.
The final hole in the bottom field is a very similar hole to the 8th. The major difference between the 2 holes is that the green on this hole is a good bit smaller. Like the 8th, once the player manages to clear the front bunker at 2, is as likely a result as a par 3.
We just have a couple of updates then. John Walsh and Stephen Shore are at putting on the power there now, and they're 5 up now. That's 1 point looking good for Ireland anyway. The other 2 matches are close enough though.
Yeah, I mean, John and Stephen, again, they were the same yesterday. I think they were just trying to outdo each other in the pitching, and I think they had a bet going out who'll pitch the closest.
Yeah.
And they just got into the groove, and it's great. And sometimes you just have a partner and you just gel with.
Absolutely, you know, here they are here now. We see the boys here now. They're
John Walsh probably one of the most decorated people in our game.
Oh, he just missed Stephen, sorry. As he just told that was actually the putt to go 5 up.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Keeping themselves warm and dry.
No, I was just about to mention that, of course. We wouldn't be normally using umbrellas playing our game here in Ireland, or the Great Britain lads, but yesterday in the rain, all our lads were in their shirt sleeves, no umbrellas, and we were playing the Catalans. They had their bags and the umbrellas were up, and you know, but you know, that makes sense there now. If they're in pairs, one fella carried the umbrella, you keep clubs and cloths dry. It's good planning.
Yeah. Now we see Damien coming up the 11th. He's just on the back right of the green. He's probably the same thing. You can see the old Ireland symbol on his ball as well. Damien wearing a shirt with pride as he always does.
Yeah.
You know, it was so surprising to see him in the World Cup. Like it was debut in the World Cup. He seems to be around forever, Damien. You know.
Yeah. I mean, and I was there, and then of course, you know, they're a bit like buses. You wait for one for ages, and then 2 come along at once. Like
absolutely. Now Jordan with the answer. Oh,
wow.
Not the best of answers, to be honest with you. Probably just pulled it a little bit left on himself.
That's long there now. That's a hard chip coming back down there, because that green is running away from you. Can see it there. Yeah, that's going to be tough now.
Gonna have to throw that chip up, or else he's gonna try and skid it along the ground. It's gonna be hard to skid it along the ground because the rain's getting into the ground here now. And now further had John and Steve and Shore gone 5 up, they're back to 4 up now. So
they would have been playing the tricky 12th over the hedge.
That's right, yeah. It's definitely a tricky little shot. You have to play that and trust, all right.
Yeah, it's completely blind. I stood behind you and said, okay, nightmarish stuff.
Now Liam has a very tricky chip here. It looks like he's going to play this a little bit lower. Probably going to try and land on that fringe and let it feed down to the hole.
Yeah, this is not easy now.
No.
If he keeps this on the green within 5 or 6 feet and gives Jordan a chance, it'll be a good chip.
Yeah,
he's done well, has he?
That's a very good shot. He's not the chipping it in, is he?
Has it gone in? No, it is gone in. It is in. It is in. We just couldn't see with Kieran. Wow. Wow, what a bonus that is coming down there.
Absolutely.
But it did look like a good chip in pace.
Absolutely perfect. You know, he just, as I said, just wanted to land on that fringe. Probably just landed a little bit short of the fringe, but brilliant. Now Kieran has a putt. This is the great thing with match play. You think you have a putt to win a hole, and then all of a sudden you've this 10, 12 footer right to left across the green for a half. That's going to leave mission on the low side.
Yeah, I don't think it ever started on the right side there.
He was always on the low end.
So that match is now all square again.
Yeah.
From nowhere.
Yeah.
A tall hedge makes the tee shot to the 12th virtually blind. Despite its daunting appearance, it's an easy enough hole for home players who play it most weeks and know the distance. To the outsider, the hole tends to pose more problems.
We were just talking about the 12th hole there, and it's a blind shot over the. You have see bushes in the middle and then a walkway through. It's mound at the front and then bunker at the back. We're just waiting on the guys.
Oh dear. Lost or blown away.
Someone's lost an umbrella, it looks like. Or maybe they're probably playing the 15th there, so
Maybe.
there's a. Just watching a couple of groups here on the 16th.
And of course they're well used to weather in Catalonia and France, but they tend to get ferocious showers and then they're gone after 15-20 minutes.
Yeah,
They mightn't be used to this persistent rain.
persistent rain, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, they're expecting probably 15-20 minutes, half an hour max maybe in Spain. But when they does come, it's heavy.
Oh, it's torrential. It's crazy.
You
This
know,
now, you can see here from the tee box. This is just, you're just trusting on your swing and everything here. This is a tough shot.
yeah, there's a group just in front here now are just holding them up a little bit.
Yeah, that would be Eamon and Stephen right here in front. Currently 1-up.
Damien shot there to the 9th. It was fantastic. Look at the action on the ball here now. You could just see it grabbing and then just taking a perfect shot. He probably just floated that little bit lower.
Controlling the spin is key in shots like that.
You know.
That's spin is great, but it can be the enemy if you can't control it.
Absolutely, and it's probably held Damien back a little bit over the last few years. I remember down in Larkspur Park and the match play against Anthony Culhan just after COVID years, and he was out first, and it was dewy on the course, and he was spinning everywhere, you know. And it can be a great thing. It can be absolutely huge to you, but at the same time, as you said, it can be our enemy. Now Liam Malone, after that great chip in, hitting to the 39-metre 12th. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Great shot. Great shot. They're really putting it up to the lads now. They really are. Like they're hanging in, you know.
That's it, yeah, and that's what Great Britain have to do. They have to just keep digging away, and you know, Ireland are expected to win, and let's make no bones about it. You know, yeah, they are expected to win, and sometimes that can be your worst enemy too. Kieran's just short there now.
Oh no, that's tough now. That's tough.
Yeah, like they're coming down off that. There's a little mound just at the front, and it just shows the purpose of these little mounds as well. That's the great thing about this Lucan course. You know, they catch you out so quickly. It's very easy to pull your shot short there, like, and you know, you think you're up when you're playing a blind shot as well.
And you saw where Liam's ball landed. That's kind of where you have to land, so you have to flirt with that mound.
You have to flirt with it. Yeah, absolutely. Now can Damien return the favour here now? And as we said, the Irish lads were looking at probably going 2 up on the last hole now. Yeah, they're looking to return the favour and trying to get back 1 up. No, it's probably not the best from Damien either. No, he'd want that back again. So Great Britain now a chance to go 1 up here. Jordan would have put probably a little bit of right to left on it. He's going to come down off the slope at the back here. You can just behind Jordan there. He's kneeling down. There's a bunker, so that just you can just see that the way the green comes down.
Yeah, he's got to come down off one slope and then slightly off it'll straighten out on him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough. Yeah, Damien won't want that chip back. Yeah, he hasn't been chipping great of late. And it was one of his great strengths.
Yeah.
Was chipping, but you get patches like that in the game.
Absolutely, you know.
And we are talking only minute.
Absolutely, 100%. You know, but that's the difference in the seniors grade. You know, it is minute differences that are the difference between winning a championship and not winning championships. You know. Jordan with a nice strike. That looks good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a brilliant putt.
That was going nowhere, only straight in the hole.
Yeah, that was a
So
brilliant.
now Great Britain 1-up now.
Yeah.
In that match.
The 13th offers a rare pitch to an elevated green, which is guarded at the front by a small bunker. The green is large and flat, and usually receptive to a well-struck shot. Most players see this as the last easy chance for a birdie before they commence the tough finishing stretch.
This is a very tricky hole I put on the Lucan course. 13th is a bunker short. The green is raised from all four angles basically. It's definitely not one you want to be big on.
We have seen everything on this hole in the past couple of days, from a hole in one to 5s and 6s. It's been really, really tricky. Amy Galvin had a hole in one of this.
Oh, brilliant.
The other day, so which of course I missed.
And you can see all the umbrellas around the course. There's plenty of people out watching, and even with the rain. It's great to see.
Nice crowd. There's great crowds over the last number of days. Great interest.
Especially on a weekend that's been so busy with other things on. And that's another great solid shot. Jordan and Liam definitely putting it up to Kieran and Damien.
Absolutely. The lads are going to have to really dig deep here now and pull this out.
Yeah. Damien never takes his time, straight on. That's another brilliant shot. That's going to spin back. Yeah, perfect.
The one thing you can say about Damien, if he hits a bad shot, you're going to get a reaction, and it's invariably the reaction is very good.
Absolutely, you know. And
he has
that's
great,
what makes him such his great bounce back ability, I think, is the recent word we're looking for. So
we were talking about it the last number of days, and it's the difference between you guys as top seniors and probably us as intermediates putting that bad shot behind you and just say it's gone, can't fix it, and move on.
Like that literally pitched dead centre, skipped up past the hole and just came back that one or 2 feet there, like perfect shot.
You know, whereas a lot of people will be there, they'll be that chip, and they're thinking about it for 3 or 4 holes.
No,
and
it is.
It can destroy your game.
You know, it's the game pitch and putt is nearly more mental than it is physical. It's the mentality of these lads at the top.
In the background there, Tara Dillon and Chrissy Sheedy.
Yeah, they'll be playing later on.
10 o'clock, I think they're out.
Yeah, against Catalonia. Should be a brilliant final.
That could be a close final. Those Catalonian girls are very good.
Absolutely, yeah. I've seen a couple of their play there yesterday, and they're very, very solid. You know, the game in Catalonia, they had their women's championships last week in Catalan, and it was a fantastic looking crowd out there. You know, they really have brought the game on over there over the last 15, 20 years. It's amazing how much it's grown. So now leave him alone. I think Kieran's been conceded, so this is for a half.
And as we keep saying every time we go to Catalonia or anywhere in the continent, they're getting better and better all the time. The advantage that we perceive we have is getting less and less.
Yeah, he just left it on the right hand side, just never got on line. Just see Gonzalo Mendoza on the background there for Andorra.
Great character.
This hole doesn't look too difficult from the tee, but the front bunker has been known to spoil many a card. This is normally one of the most unreceptive greens on the course, and any ball not struck with lots of backspin will usually take a big hop and end up out the back of a green.
Yeah, so look, we just go through the scores of the matches at the moment. Kieran Earls and Damien Fleming are all square with Jordan Deeble and Liam Malone. Stephen Shore and John Walsh are 5 up now on Phil Martin and Jamie Deeble. And the last match is between Eamon Gibney and Stephen O'Reilly is 1 up.
1 up as last we heard, yeah.
Yeah, so the father and son duo of John and Joe are still in there with a shout, you know, as we've seen over the last couple of holes there with Great Britain. They can easily change these matches around.
Yeah. 4 Deebles playing in the team this weekend, and a 5th as a non-playing captain.
That's right, yeah. The brother is looking after them. You know, Stephen and I'm gonna say I can't remember her name now, but they do a great job in Dagenham.
Oh,
you know,
they do.
With the heat we've had over the last few weeks, I've seen Stephen throwing videos up of them out hand watering all the course and everything. You know, they're synonymous with English, like British pitch and putt. You know, you can't imagine a team not having one of the Deebles on it.
Well, Stephen Deeble Senior, you know, it's a pity he's not here this weekend, because I love him when he comes over. He's a great character, but he's been at everything. Like, you know, he's been fantastic. Like.
Yeah,
And I know they're making great strides. They're hoping to hold the British Open again. I think they're aiming for 2027 now at this stage. To bring back a British Open there, and so which would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we have the Dutch Open's back next year, which is great to see as well.
Yeah. And I think that had an influence as an Irish Open as well next year and a Dutch Open. So I think the lads are saying, look, we'll go to 2027. Maybe they're, you know, there's a break in the calendar. So
yeah, no, it's look. The Catalan Open's probably the biggest one. I think everyone goes over to.
That's huge.
You know, between that and the pairs, then later on in the year, it's more so weather-wise. I think they're just perfectly laid out for pitch and putt.
Absolutely. Well, for us they are April and October.
Yeah,
which is
absolutely perfect. You know,
good weather, but not over hot. I mean, I'm not sure how many were at the pairs last year, but I think the year before there was 71 Irish pairs playing.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
No, we were over there for. There was an influx because we were there with teams as well, but still it was a huge.
And it's more a social aspect as well, you know, and that's the great thing with pitch and putt. There is a great social scene there.
Yeah. The only real competition for those that aren't at the top level there is, don't be going out at 8 o'clock on the Sunday morning. Get in the top flight that you're playing that bit later, and you can stay in bed the extra hour. That's the competition. That's where the bragging is.
And when you're away, there's no such thing as a call to bed.
Absolutely.
But now Liam Malone, can he take advantage? Kieran's just on the front of the green here on the 14th. It looks like he got underneath that a little bit. Oh, it's just gone through, but he's actually not too bad there.
You can just see with both Liam and Jordan, they really are. It's like looking at an Irish player pitching. Like they really are very similar.
Yeah, like
the knee drops and they whip through.
That's it. And as I was saying, the Dagenham club, like it's a very Irish style pitch and putt course, you know, and I think that's why we've done well. I think John Cattle won the European Championships there this year, a few years ago, sorry.
2019, I think.
Yeah, and O'Kavanagh, I think, won the seniors then as well. Yeah. So it's a course that really suits the Irish players, you know.
It does. I remember that weekend, it was great. The hospitality was unbelievable. Like, they were run off their feet. I remember Stephen Leave telling me, he says, I think we misjudged what we might need in the way of food and beverages, he said. I said, yeah, probably badly, Stephen. They rectified it very quickly, though.
Stephen and Leslie, they do a great job over there in Dagenham.
Yeah, and they're fighting alone for over there too, you know, and
yeah, absolutely, you know. There's a couple of courses there in around the London area.
Yeah, I mean, like for a long time it was just themselves and representing Great Britain, and now they have Liam Malone. They've, you know, Phil Martin was a big addition, and a few more coming in to help out, you know.
Yeah, and there's a few guys there now in Snodhurst as well starting to play a bit, so you can see them on putting their updates up, and they're
Snodhurst looks like a nice little track, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it might be a council-owned course as well, so they're probably just restricted in certain areas. But now this is for Great Britain to go one up again now. Jordan probably a little right to left on this one, just off the fringe.
puts good stroke on it.
Oh, very unlucky.
That was a good putt.
Yeah.
That was a good putt. So, I think.
The 15th is the longest hole on the course and measures the maximum permitted distance of 70 meters. The pitch is from an elevated tee and normally into the breeze. The long green, which has bunkers to the front and large mounds on both sides,
just another couple of updates there. We have John Walsh and Stephen Shore have now powered on again and they're 6 up. And Aim and Gibney, they've just gone 1 up there now with Stephen O'Reilly.
Yeah. That was a good putt.
It was, you know, and just when you're coming out of that fringe, just again, that little bit of water makes such a difference. Just grabs the ball and just...
Yeah, and it just... just pulled it slightly left or right. You know, we're talking about a quarter of an inch, like, and that's enough to take it off line. Yeah. Yeah, 6 up for John and Stephen. Yeah. Wow. That's a dominant. That's dominant.
They're 2 super players, you know. It's like you nearly expect it, like, but even when they do it, you're still in awe of the 2 of them, you know, when they get going.
Yeah, you
especially
do expect
them,
you do expect them to do it, but then as you say, they do it, and you're going, oh. But sometimes it's the manner in which they do it that are just relentless, and you're saying, how is this, like, what's happening? It's a tight match, I'll stay down it. It's the 16th hole we're looking at there. It's another tricky hole.
I think that's Matthew Conte and Kevin Hockhart of France against Rolf Quant and Michel Efren. They're just on the 16th there now. And here we go on to John Walsh here now.
Okay. So what we're hearing now is this is John Walsh and Stephen Shore 6 up, and just in the background outside our commentary booth here, shout of 4.
Well, we've a fence in front of us, so I think we're okay.
I still ducked. My hand came up to my head instinctively when you hear a 4, just in case.
You know,
Phil Martin now. This is Great Britain. It's Phil Martin. When I was down to Phil the other evening, he said he was at the World Seniors a couple of weeks ago, and he was hanging on in 10th spot, and next thing, Eleanor Walsh comes in with a great score and knocks him out of 10th when she wins the ladies
that was a super win for Eleanor. She played brilliant. That was a great score.
And to finish in the top 10, like, you know,
in general,
that's fantastic. You know. But Phil was very, very happy. He said I played well. He said I was delighted with the way I played. So.
Tio Fernandez, I think, from Galicia won it. There's going to be a little bit of right to left on this one as well. Probably just going to have to go outside the hole.
Yeah, but like this is a tough hole. This 70-meter hole.
Yeah,
this is a tough hole, and in these conditions today.
Absolutely, it's definitely a good strike into the breeze usually as well out here in Lucan. That looks all right to me. That's a brilliant putt.
Oh, what a putt that is!
Yeah,
and that, like, if he misses that, John has a putt to win the match. So that's last gasp stuff, and he nailed it.
Yeah. So John to stay 6 up. These lads started on the 4th, so they've 6 holes left after this. So just to stay dormy, or to go dormy even.
Yeah.
Just missed on the right hand side.
Ooh, he looks back at Stephen and says, how did that not go in?
Yeah.
So that match keeps going. Fair play, Phil Martin. A great putt. Great putt up that hole.
You just see on the 16th there now.
Chip just ran away from.
Oh, sorry, that's Misha Efren there now.
That's Misha,
yeah.
Misha's hard to miss. Great guy.
In fairness, the Dutch are hard to miss with all their orange.
Yeah. It's more a pinky colour today, is it? They're bright.
No, it's Damien. No time wasted. Straight up onto the 15th.
Oh, what a ball that is! And this, I was just about to comment. Damien dropped his hands to his knees and he's looking up. That means Damien likes the ball.
Yeah.
He likes the shot. He says he knows this is going to be close.
Well, this match is all square at the moment, so it's been a tough game for them. It's
Tough
been a
game.
good quality, in fairness.
Yeah, I was just saying good quality. Maybe Damien and Kieran not quite at 100% best, but you know, still playing very, very well.
Jordan looks like he's pulled it a little bit. Yeah, he's just short there on the left-hand side, I think.
No, it's out here.
Oh, it's actually gone a bit kicked on.
Wow.
Now that's a chip and a half.
That's out in the 16th fairway.
We've seen Liam chip in from the back of the 11th, I don't think. Well, not going to put it past him.
If Jordan chips in from there, I think we'll be giving him a special award at the clubhouse this evening. Again, spin, controlled.
Yeah, it's just
to throw
brilliant.
that ball to the back of that green. That's probably 74 metres to the back of that green, 73
yeah,
anyway.
absolutely, in that rain. Bit of breeze there out there as well, so
There was I saying they probably weren't maybe not playing at their best. Shut up, Mark, you'll be stupid. Oh, this is an intriguing battle. You know, this is.
He's just over way to the left here now. I don't know if he's going to let the lads hit down the 16th or is he going to hit it? No, he's going to chip.
Hit.
So there's a little fringe here just before the hole there. There's a bit of a mound.
Yeah.
You can just see. So he's probably going to have to land it short of the mound, skip it up and over.
This isn't easy.
Absolutely not. He just landed it too short.
Yeah.
It's one of them you really have to commit to.
Yeah, he's probably in two minds whether to run it short, like you said, or maybe try and throw it over it. And in the end, he doesn't either.
Yeah,
it's just
it's one of
unfortunate.
them. You're caught in two minds, but the way where the hole is, he could have easily just thrown it straight up because there's a bit of a lip on the right hand side up the green that he can throw it up into, and it'll just feed back down off it. So just give himself a putt. But look, Jordan has this to make Ireland take the putt, you'd imagine.
Oh, and that coincides with the heaviest of the rain coming. We can hear it here.
I can hear it
It's
starting to lash down there now. Absolutely lashing here.
And he catches the lip.
He definitely wasn't leaving it short.
No,
anyway.
he was going after it.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a good chip. That's unlucky. He just went after it. The worst thing he could have done there was not got to the hole at all and left it short. He gave himself a chance. So one up.
Kieran just knocking in the putt anyway, just to
yeah, just to let them know. Of course, you can do that in the international game. You can have the practice.
Underwent a major transformation at the beginning and again at the end of 2012. Accuracy is paramount on this hole, as anything left, right or long, will leave the player with a tough chip.
Now, just at the moment, we've Stephen and John Walsh here on the 16th. You can just see in the background there. So this putt could be for the match. We're just not 100% sure, to be quite honest with you. But so
they're 5 up. Yeah. This is for a birdie.
John, that's the win.
Are they shaking hands?
Not yet.
No. So the lads must have a putt. No. I
must be. They're dormy now. 5 up, or 5 up, 5 to go.
Yeah. So that's good play. The filling in and Jamie, you know, they're keeping it going.
Yeah. Birdie in the last
and of
couple
course,
of holes.
as long as there's holes available, there's always there. You can get a run and people can get tight.
Especially around Lucan, you know, the last 4 holes here are very tough. You've seen yesterday with Kieran.
Look at it, lovely and
Alex
easy.
Albignano, it was a fantastic match, you know. And he wasn't big and left this time.
No.
But that's perfect, just putting up the hill.
Yeah.
The 16th has caused a lot of trouble over the years.
Yeah. Well, it definitely caused trouble Friday, Saturday. The pin was further back.
Yeah.
You know, and people were you were going after it. You hadn't much room behind it, I can tell you. but it's a bit more generous today. But it's on the slope. Then again, the putting is trickier. So
Yeah, you can just see it's like it's nearly a two-tiered green. You can just see David Rodriguez in the background there for Galicia.
it's been rebuilt extensively in the last number of years
Oh, it has,
to make
yeah.
it more playable.
And that's actually not too bad, because he could have easily went down the bottom there. Probably that bit of dew and rain has probably helped him there.
It's held. Yeah. Yesterday that was running down and it was a devilish chipped in.
Yeah. So you just see Andor and Galicia in the background there.
Liam knew that one was flying a bit long on him.
Yeah, it is a tricky shot. You just have to be middle of the green there and hope it comes back down, spins back down that two tiers there. You can just see the difference in the hole. You can't see the bottom of the cup there because they're going down a little slope just about 3 feet in front of that hole there.
So just looking. They're just waiting. I think they're just waiting for John Walsh and Stephen Shore's group to pitch. I think on 17.
On 17 there, yeah.
So
it's going to be Jordan first anyway. I think Kieran's pitch just spun back onto the front of the fringe there, so that's why they're not marking it.
Yeah.
This can get away from you. It's all downhill.
Yeah, this is all about pace now. This is all about pace and just, and they're in this game, like, and he knows this. Like they've played extremely well. They don't want to be giving away holes now. Just want to stay in it.
Popped it up. It's just got enough pace, has he?
It's not too bad.
No.
It's not too bad.
I think there's a little bit of work in that though. Oh, you gave it to him.
Yeah.
It must have went down a lot more than it looked.
It was further down than we thought.
Yeah.
So well done. It was just all kind of hands that chip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He just on the side slope that you just got to keep the lower body still and just go through it. All touch.
And Damien a little left to right. He's probably just up against this fringe again.
He's looking at something. Maybe there's an insect or an ant or something. He's looking at something, or is the ball moving or something? They're looking at something anyway.
Here on the exterminator there, I think.
That's a good one. That's the new nickname now.
He's exterminated a few people over the years anyway. He did it in early this year.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
a lovely putt. That's a lovely putt.
You can see the rise there as the ball just came up the hill. Brilliant putt.
2 up now for Ireland.
Yeah,
look, Kieran, I suppose, as we all know, Kieran at present holds both the match play and the stroke play titles.
Yeah, 2 up before to go there now. So now this is Phil for birdie.
This is on 17.
Just to keep the match alive, I'd say.
So you can see the marker there on the green, I think.
Yeah, no, it's going to be short and right. I think that could be the game.
Oh, John was here.
Are
they going to see a putt?
They're going to see a putt.
They're going to see a putt. Yeah, make them putt out for the match.
That's it, sure. I always like to do that with opponents, let them finish with a putt,
Win the match if you want to win the match.
Yeah.
But he has 2 from here. Now, of course, the danger we see is they may have miscounted how many holes they've left, because that does happen over the past couple of days.
Yeah, especially
because you're starting somewhere else. No, they're in there. That's it.
Brilliant performance
Very
from Stephen and John.
Yeah, brilliant performance.
Phil and Jamie, the few holes we've seen, they've plenty of birdies there in between.
Absolutely,
as well,
they're going well.
The penultimate hole plays just under 60 meters, and like the 15th, usually into the wind. The sloping green is guarded at the front by a large bunker, while a smaller bunker nestles against the right-hand side.
Tee box again. No time wasted, as usual. Now just another pitch that should suit Damien's little bit of spin. Middle of the green here and spin back. Oh, he's short, is he?
Oh, I did think he was looking at it. And there's a little bunker in front of that mound, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's
not the easiest either.
It's not the easiest bunker because it's a flat bunker. There's no real rise in it, so you can't actually see it in the tee box there, because normally that bunker used to go up into that mound as well. So Jordan's gonna be
whipped it up. Pulled a little. Yeah, I thought it was pulled a little
left, but he's actually okay there.
Oh yeah, well, which one would you pick from there? Like, there's
Well, look, we seen yesterday a lot of these lads, you know, they're out of the bunkers. It all depends on this lie, you know. It went straight in there by the looks of it.
If he's in kind of the middle of it, Kieran will have a chance, but if it's up towards the front, it'll be tough.
Yeah.
Look, Kieran's looking at it. He doesn't look very impressed now, does he?
No, he doesn't look too impressed with it, all right, but.
Just picking where they want to
Do you
put
land
it.
it on top of that mound, let it trickle down, or do you throw it onto the green? That's the thing. I think that's what he's thinking.
And the mound is kind of bare, so it might come down off it.
Yeah.
Actually, the way Kieran is standing, is he in the bunker at all, I wonder?
Oh, I think it just trickles down into it usually, but he
Yeah,
was
a bit of
alright.
sand.
Yeah.
Gets it
Look,
out.
he's done
gets
as
it
best he
out.
could, anyways.
Well, look, he's given Damien a putt, which is what you had to do.
Exactly, you know, they're 2 up. There's 4 holes left, but you don't want to be giving holes away either.
No.
So make the great British lads win it.
Yeah, that was just a bit of a mental error out of Damien, just not getting that ball up.
Yeah.
2 up, 4 to play. Took the ball, you know, be slightly long if anything, but look, these guys they want to nail these things, and they want to.
That's
they want
it,
to get
yeah.
twos. It's a fine margin.
Yeah, looks like Liam's going to be taking the footer out now. Just because this is a quick green here now, the 17th. Again, it comes from the back to the front. It's coming across it here, left to right, so he's probably about a foot outside to the left, and just let it trickle down.
Yeah, Eamon Gibney and Stephen O'Reilly are still 1 up.
Yeah, and this is for Great Britain now to try and get this match back down to 1 down. Yeah, it's just on that low side. It's very hard to convince yourself to stay up there on the left. Well, it should be a safe enough tree. Well, they're making him finish it.
Oh no, given, he didn't get the first signal.
And sometimes, you know, you can use markers for your advantage as well, and then give it to the person, you know. But look, Damien's putt now was normally this would be about 2 or 3 inches out to the left, but I think Damien's going to go a bit more direct here with a bit of pace.
I was just going to say he'd probably put pace in it and try and slap. Oh,
and you know what? He probably played the line that he would have with a normal pace on it. You know, it's
back to
easily
1.
done. Yeah, back to 1 again. Now.
A classic finishing hole which applies pressure to any player coming down the last with a lead. There is no real safe shot from the tee, with a large bunker at the front waiting to gobble up anything even slightly short.
As you can see here on the 18th as well, there's another bunker short of this one. Again, they've shaped off the bunkers at the front. Yeah,
it really makes it tricky, doesn't it?
It makes a huge difference, you know, because you used to land into that upslope and it was very easy to pop the ball up. But now with them flattened, you really have to dig in and get, all depending on the lie, really, of course, you know. But it's a tricky hole at the best of times, this one. But
that hole would be tricky if there was no bunker on it.
Absolutely, that fall off the back there, you know, it's one of them, you just have to hit the middle of the green and just hope. And even when you do hit the middle of the green, it very easily can kick on, you know. Yeah,
and it kicks on into the trees there by the first tee box.
Yeah.
It can make it very tough coming back that side.
Yeah.
So you've got to be very accurate.
But there's a good chance here for Great Britain now. If they put this ball on the green, they put a lot of pressure on Ireland now.
Yeah, Kieran and Damien haven't gone away from them. They've stuck in there. They stuck to their task very, very well.
Yeah.
As is happening in the other game with Eamon Gibney and Stephen O'Reilly, they're still only 1 up.
And like it was the same yesterday with the Catalan matches. You know, there was a lot of close matches and a lot of close matches out there, and it's very hard to pull away, you know, unless you're making the birdies. Now he's Liam alone there. Oh, he's gone big.
Gone big. Just in the background outside there was a big cheer when someone pitching. I wonder, was that a hole in one going down the first?
There's a hole in 1 on 17 in the match behind. I think it's either Eamon Gibney or Stephen O'Reilly, I think.
That's unfortunate. Here's the reply from Kieran. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
That's a super shot.
So, Eamon Gibney, we think, got that hole in one. That would put them 2 up with 4 to play.
That's the match, I think, isn't it? They started on the first.
Oh, they were on the first, of course.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so that's the match then.
That's the match for them.
Yeah,
So that's brilliant.
That's a nice way to win.
Absolutely.
They should have won.
Yeah, they started on the first. My apologies, folks.
Yeah.
Hole in one to finish. Well done, Eamon.
Yeah, look again. Joe and John put her up to the 2 boys in the final.
Absolutely. That'll go down as a 2-up win, and it's a good bit tighter than that.
Yeah, absolutely, you know, and it's very easy to look at it.
This now, this is what we were talking about back in the trees here by the fort. This is tough now, isn't it, JR?
Yeah, that's Eamon taking the ball out of the hole in the background there. So that's the win.
So that's
Ireland 2 up.
Yeah, 2 games up. Everything going according to plan on paper anyway, but as we know, way tighter than that. And this game is still in the melting pot.
Yeah.
This is a tough chip now. Is that the sprinkler head there, just there in front of him, JR?
Yeah, it's a sprinkler head just on the fringe there. I actually think that shot might have been the winning of the European Championships, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's, look, again, that's all Jordan had to do. Just had to give himself a putt. You know.
Yeah, of course, the format, look, a 3-team super group in the final with Catalonia having played their 2 games yesterday. They're on 2 points, and they have 10, they have 9. They're 9 points.
9 points, yeah.
Yeah,
so
nine
I think that brings Ireland up to a magical 10, to be honest with you. But look, the guys will keep on going. They want to win all their matches.
Yeah, of course, they still have to get the 2 points for the win to make sure
yeah.
the countback only comes in if they all finish tied. So
well, that's true. Well, they'll want to win it outright.
Absolutely. They'll want to take everything, and they just want to say, yeah, this is ours.
It's just left on the low side. So Ireland, Dormy, 2 up with 2 to go.
So guaranteed a half on this. So the worst it's going to be is 2.5 to a half. But knowing Damien and Kieran, they'll want the whole lot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Big crowd.
Yeah, there's a good crowd there on the first, isn't there? Watching.
Yeah. A short pitch to a huge green, which is guarded at both the front and back by bunkers. However, neither bunker really comes into play unless you hit a poor pitch.
Looking back down the course, very few games left out in the course now, all coming to an end.
Yeah, Ireland looking to complete the clean sweep here now as we come to the first.
The first is 32-metre short hole. Good cut in from one in front. There's the greenkeeper, Stephen Murray. Fabulous job done this weekend.
Absolutely, yeah. The Lucan course looked fantastic. You know, the weather we've had, it's been so many hot days and, you know, windy days. The course
must be a nightmare for course people. You work in the course, you're not sure what you're doing. One day you're spraying for this, and the next day it doesn't work out. It's
that's it. You know, you know, Stephen's experience there, he's fantastic. I know he's doing a lot of work out in our own course here in Loughnestown, so he's definitely brought our course on.
And I just have to say, and why wouldn't you take advantage of some of his experience?
Absolutely, you know,
absolutely brilliant.
There's Damien shot for the 16th.
That was
superb.
That's probably the shot of
beautiful
the day for
pitches. Yeah, his 1 to the 9th was just as good now, but
Jordan just flipping out the chip.
Just wasn't too happy with that one. That's probably the changing in the match there, that 16th.
Yes, just, you know,
just gave Ireland that little bit of cushion there.
So just coming back to them there now.
So Ireland 2 to play.
There now.
Good pitch here from Damien now, hopefully. a little left of the pin, didn't it? Yeah. I had a feeling just a little bit of a pull there from Damien.
Yeah, as I say, he's hit some incredible shots, and then there's just been a few slack ones as well by his standard.
Yeah.
He won't be happy. He'll.
Oh, absolutely not. No. You can just see the Rolf Quant and Mish Effern in front there with Matthew Conte.
Oh, I could hear Jordan get down.
Ah, he's perfect.
Okay, I'm not sure what he thought was wrong there. I'd take that any day of the week.
He's getting to the Irish standards
Oh,
now.
he'd certainly fit in around here anyway, so that young man would. Never happy. So again, there's a good chance there now in the lads.
Yeah,
Kieran will have a putt to close it out,
he will.
but it's not the easiest.
We seen Liam's putt earlier. Joe Deeble knocked that putt in earlier. But Kieran will want to finish this with a nice putt. You can just see some of the ladies getting ready in the background there as well. They're out at 10 a.m. Another few minutes. Esther de Schiffart, Suzanne Bosch.
What a player Esther is.
Oh, Esther's a fantastic player. You know, she's always been so solid.
Many years. She really does.
I'm sure Moritz is watching at home.
Strange that he didn't make. Normally he's here. Strange he didn't make the trip, but it's commitments, work and whatever. It just doesn't work out always.
Absolutely. Damien for the match. Just
Damien
took a couple of bubbles. Took a couple of jumps on him, so just to keep the match going now for Liam.
So Liam to take the match down the last hole, which the Irish lads will be hoping. You don't want to be going down to that. It's nerve-wracking going down that last with a one-up lead, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Especially we're back on the first here. A shotgun start, so they started on the third, so there's only 2 holes left. So this putt is to keep the match going. But the biggest thing here in pitch and putt, especially in match play, is having the tee box. So if Liam can get this and then pitch into the next, puts all the pressure back on Ireland.
Absolutely.
So this putt, as we've seen from Joe earlier, just outside right a little bit, not much though. Just has to be firm with it, be solid. He just wasn't.
No, you could see he didn't go through it.
Just didn't go through it,
and
that's the game. Yeah.
So that's it. A 2-up win for the lads, but it was tighter than that, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We look at the sheet and you'll see 3-0 to Ireland, and they'll say,
it was easy.
It was easy, but it
wasn't
anything
easy.
But,
anything but. There was 2 2-up wins. I mean, I know the first match was a bit of a blowout, but wow, the lads fought hard there, and I think they'll be happy. I think the Great Britain lads they'll be disappointed they didn't get something out of it. I think they played well enough in a couple of games.
Yeah. They'd be disappointed they didn't get out now, but but they
very disappointed.
They played better than their score.
Absolutely. So there's a break now, and the lads won't be back on course now to play their 6 singles until 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the next game's up at 10 o'clock, which will be the Ireland ladies against the Catalonian ladies in the final of the ladies' championship. Okay.
So we have our roving reporter on the course here. We have Frank Deneen, who's going to be just interviewing a couple of people on the course. I'm sure he'll grab a few words with a few players there. He's happy enough. You can just see him in the background there.
Yeah, as I was coming up the road Thursday, Frank was sending me loads of messages. Make sure you get interviews with the players after the matches, and the instructions were flying, and he's right too. It's great. It's a new feature, and it's great to do it.
Yeah, he's just there with Stephen Char, it looks like. So
I suppose some of the players were saying it takes a bit of getting used to talking to someone after a match. They're not used to it.
Yeah, we're not used to it anymore. We never have been used to it.
But it's great. It's brilliant.
It's great to see the likes of this on YouTube and live, and people at home able to watch it.
Staying in here, just saying with Pat Harris. So I think the Irish non-playing manager, Paddy Kelly, will be more than happy with the morning's work, won't he?
Welcome to the European Championships, and I'm joined by Michael Vaughan, who's the assistant team manager from Ireland, and Stephen Shore, one of the stars of the show so far over the weekend, and as we approach the last match. Stephen, I'll start with you. Tough match today, tough conditions.
Yeah, it's morning, heavy rain all night, tough pitch in tee boxes, wet, green, slick and wet. We played really well, got off to a good start. John, a few close pitches, few good putts, and got the job done for a finish.
Excellent. It must be a privilege of a lifetime to play for your country.
Yeah, huge, and especially to play with John Walsh, one of the tops and the greats of our game. I class John as the best pitcher of all time in the game. And to go alongside your hero of the game, who I looked up to for years, it's unbelievable. And to play for Ireland, it's everyone's dream, like my dream.
You'd walk through walls for it. Michael Vaughan, assistant team manager, it must be a pleasure and a privilege for you as well to be involved with this team.
It certainly is, Frank, for someone like me and my ability much lower than any of these guys to be here up front and close with these and part of the team. It's absolutely amazing. It's a delight.
We're looking good as a championship to retain the championship. We're in a good position.
We are in a good position, Frank, but looking at the scores out there throughout the whole tournament, they flattered a bit. We had very, very difficult games out there. We got over the line at the end. We got momentum at the end, but at the start, a lot of those games were very, very tough for everyone.
There's obviously going to be a nervous attitude as well. How do you overcome the nerves, Stephen? How do you perform at your best?
Yeah, it's mental preparation. Is the key in these situations. In these big tournaments, you have no easy game here. We had a battle yesterday of Catalonia, and we knew they were going to be tough, Frank. And to get yourself ready, you have to be mentally prepared. Do your breathing exercises. Keep calm. Try keep and it's hard to keep calm in this spectrum, here. And we just dug in yesterday hard in that game. We knew that was the big thing. Again, just came out, got ourselves ready, nice and calm, and got the job done. Excellent.
Representing your country, representing the people that are at home watching, representing every pitch and putt player up and down the country. It's special, Michael, and thank you very much for all of your efforts. Well done, and we'll talk to you again after, hopefully with a victory in hand.
Yes,
we're going to move on now to Xavi Poncidor from Catalonia. Xavi, pleasure to be here.
Same, thank you.
Catalonia have put up a good performance. They're not on the field today, but they've played very well. And have you enjoyed your visit to Ireland?
Yeah, sure. Congratulations for the course because it's amazing, and for stroke play is not play very good, and then is the position that in third position is difficult staying for Sunday. But I'm happy because it's difficult to win to Ireland. I thought that this year we had very good players, okay, but in the moments, in the last moments, that when you need to fight and you believe in yourself, some players not believing in themselves, but at last we are second, maybe, but we are happy.
Excellent, very good. Catalonia, the game is strong in Catalonia. I know that there's a lot of Irish players play in Catalonia, and it's a great venue for events.
Yeah. I think the level from Irish and Catalonia, in Catalonia more or less is the same. Here is a little bit difficult, but we are making a lot of trials, a lot of training for arrive here with a high level, but alas, always Irish win.
Alas. Thank you, Xavi. The last person we're going to meet today in this portion of the thing is Mr. Anthony Malone, a former Irish champion. He's involved in the Lucan Club, vice president of Pitch and Putt Ireland, and official referee and coordinator for the. You must be delighted, Anthony, that it has gone so well for you.
Absolutely delighted, Frank. Everything has gone great. Unfortunately, the weather has gone against us today, but we got the full day's practice. We got Friday and Saturday without much rain, and it's been tremendous. I have to compliment our greenkeeping staff, our core staff, everybody involved in the club. I think we've left no stone unturned, and I think everyone has appreciated. And the main thing to me is to see the people coming off the course with smiles on their faces and enjoying the moment. And we've put every effort into it, and I think we've been responded by everybody's attitude towards the place.
it's a great opportunity to showcase our sport as well for the wider population in Dublin, for the wider population in Ireland. This is a sport that is open, anybody can play, there's no restrictions, there's no age, there's no physical restrictions that can be done in this. This is a game for everybody.
100%, and I hope that after today and after this weekend that this will improve the numbers in our game. I think this is a huge selling point. We're delighted to have hosted the championship, but having said that, it's about selling the sport, and that's what we need to do. And everyone has worked here, and all the officers and the PPI and FIPA have done a tremendous job in organising this. It's a hard task, but we're almost there. And after 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock today, we'll be finished. We look forward to that. Hopefully the Irish team will be celebrating victory. But I believe the match between the Irish ladies and Catalonians will actually be a fantastic game, I think. We had a marvellous game, and it's a long time since I've seen big crowds at watching ladies matches yesterday, and they're rewarded with some tremendous pitch and putt, and it was brilliant to see. And this game is for everybody, as you said, Frank. For everybody from 8 to 80 can play this game, and there's no bars on anyone playing, and we look forward hopefully to the game progressing in Ireland and in Europe. Obviously the lads have improved, the Catalonians. I was lucky enough to be over there in 1997, and these players have really improved, and they're up for the challenge, and to put the lads to the task here yesterday. Great Britain have improved, everybody's improving, and that's what we want to see, the game grow globally.
Excellent, and an opportunity to grow the game from playing in your local club to playing at the highest international level that you can possibly achieve, playing for European and World Championships. It's great. Thank you very much. We'll be joined again at 12 o'clock for the ladies event, and then 10 o'clock at the ladies event, and then 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock for the singles events. Thank you very much.